Hey YouTube, Pipe Miner Chris here again. Not smoking anything this morning. I had a bowl of it's just an aromatic from my local shop on the way home this morning. But not smoking anything right now because I know I'm going to be talking way too much to be trying to keep a pipe lit. I have decided to get on here this morning and do something that I didn't think I'd ever do on this channel, but over the last last week, I've seen some stuff within the community, both on YouTube and on Instagram, that has just been a thorn in my side, and I finally decided to just kind of respond. I will be as polite as possible, but with McClelland going out of business, it has stirred up a rather nasty hornet's nest. Some of us are quite content to have, well, I'm not content. I didn't get everything stocked up to the levels that I would like to have. But I'm not crying about it. I'm not ranting, throwing a tantrum, name calling. I have seen some of the most deplorable behavior between Instagram and YouTube, and I mean, people just absolutely having tantrums about the things that are going on with the McClelland tobaccos. For instance, I went and bought 2 of these last night, and 2 more of these last night. Now, I got these at my local B&M. They aren't the only tins of either one of those blends that I have, but I went, spent my money on them. I paid way more than you're going to pay online for them, which apparently, according to some people, would make this retailer, my local brick and mortar, apparently they're evil, because they're buying this low and selling it higher than what they paid for it, which makes them mean. Yeah, I could have bought them cheaper online, but the supplies dwindled quicker than I could buy them. So I go to my local and I pay the extra amount because I like to support my local shop. And that's just the way things work. It costs more to run a brick and mortar than it does online. Now, I'm a big boy. I made the choice to pay the extra money for these. And as such, I have spent my money on them. They now belong to me. If I decide tomorrow to turn around and put them on eBay and list them for sale, that's my choice. I take a chance. I can put them out there and might be nobody at all interested in them. So be it. I can't reach through eBay and force anybody to put a bid on anything that I put up there for sale. People act like you're taking advantage of somebody by listing an item for sale that is in high demand right now. I can't make anybody else do anything. I'm not holding a gun to anybody's head, making them pay for anything or bid on anything. It's just ridiculous. If I put something up and somebody else happens to be looking for that item and they make an informed decision and decide that they're willing to pay the asking price for it, it's a mutual agreement. It's a transaction. It happens all the time. In fact, there's an entire commodities market that works that way. It's stupid. I mean, videos being done, people crying about, calling people names, referring to people that buy large quantities of tobacco, and with the intent to turn around and resell it. Okay, Well, there are people that buy things off of eBay that do not have access to it other places. Some people like the convenience. They go to eBay because they go there, they find it. It's simple. They're willing to pay more. If they're happy about paying $80 for a bag, well, let's say like this. If they're happy about paying $80 for a bag of esoterica because they don't want to do the work, make the phone calls, track it down, be ready to go when the drop happens, it's just easier for them to go on eBay and pay $80 for it, then what's the problem? The same thing with this. If I put it up and somebody is happy, willing, whatever, to pay even 2 or 3 times what I paid for it, if they're happy making the purchase, then who are you to decide that it's me taking advantage of them? That's just asinine, arrogant behavior. I'm sad that McClelland's has gone away. I've only been at this a year. I haven't gotten to try very much of McClelland's stuff, but some of their blends have quickly became my favorites. They will be missed, but I will cherish what McClelland stuff I have, and I'll spread it out, make it last for as long as I can. But there are lots of other tobaccos out there, so there's all kinds of other things for me to try. And some of them may be just as good as what I have found from McClelland's. So it's not the end of the world. And this won't be the only company that stops making a blend or stops making all of their blends. It's happened before. It'll happen again. The lesson in this is if you find something that you really like, stock up. Buy. Instead of buying 1 tin, buy 3, buy 2, whatever. Do it once a month until you've got a quantity that you feel is sufficient for you. And then if something happens, there won't be this mad rush and this frenzy that happened this last week. It was entertaining to watch, there's no doubt. And I am ecstatic for Mike and Mary McNeil. I mean, the amount of money, the amount of stuff that they have sold in the last week is incredible. So they're making money on it. The retailers are making money on it. There's a whole lot of evil been happening in the last week, apparently, according to some people. But it's just supply and demand. It's a very basic economic principle. It has been around since the beginning of the barter system, and it will continue to be around as long as people are on the planet. So, all of the name calling and all of that. I mean, come on, people. We're supposed to be past that. Live and let live. Trust that people that are making purchases on eBay are just as much of an adult as you are. And they can make their own decisions and decide for themselves if they want to pay for those items. I'm not going to buy a $100 tin of tobacco on eBay. I don't care if it's 20 years old or 2 days old. Doesn't matter. I'm not paying $100 for this stuff. It's just, that's my choice. Some people are quite willing to pay that and happy to do so. So, anyway, just a rant. Like I said, I didn't think I'd ever do one, but after seeing all the stuff I've seen in the last week, and it'll go past. 2 weeks from now, it'll be history. Nobody will care. Everybody will be on to the next thing. There'll be all kinds of new blends out there that people haven't tried. And they'll hear from somebody else that, well, if you liked this blend, you may like this one over here that you've not bought before. And somebody might go buy 10 tins of it because it's new and they think they may like it. If they don't like it, they'll turn around and sell them, trade them, whatever they're going to do with them. It's the way it works. So, for anybody that was expecting happy-go-lucky stuff, sorry. But It's just one of those things. I guess the happy side is, go check your B&Ms, man. There's still McClelland stuff sitting around places. Trust me. You can find it. It's there. So, remember, until the next time we talk, life is short. Stop and smell the smoke.